It's time for some football. Welcome to Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Today, a good scrap in the AFC North between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ready to get this game started? Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go in Cincinnati. McCole Hardman now on the return. And this is brought to a halt just across the 10. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Jackson looking to throw right away. Oh, they're going deep here right off the rip. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for 2nd down. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Not the way you want to start your game, but the pick was dropped, so the opening drive continuing now with 2nd down. Lamar now from the gun. Has his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And not much doing, he stopped quickly. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up. And we talked about it earlier. Brought a losing streak into the building with him. That is not a good start towards breaking that streak as they go 3 and out.
No, you want to bust that narrative, and the best way to do that is to start fast, and, well, once again, they're not.
Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Now a give. It's Pirine headed left.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
And the Ravens going nickel, 3rd down. Burrow. He gets it to Fant. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. All right. Now things starting to pick up a little bit after a slow start, Brock. Last things fans want to see is a couple of uninspiring drives to begin a game.
Yep, they get the first and generate just a little excitement that we could see maybe our first touchdown here, or at least avoid another quick punt.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Straight ahead, it's Brown. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Brown. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. He's got Gesicki complete. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Brown can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Here's another for him. And he's stonewalled by this front right at the 3. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ballgame.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this first possession. It's 3rd and goal. Brown. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy, partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. The Bengals are out in front. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Out of the gun, a give to Hill. Breaks the tackle, still going. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. Setting up the running back screen. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Trying down the middle with Henry. He'll cobble together a yard there. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Working quickly here. Now Jackson off the play action. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing third and long.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Burrow from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
So on fourth down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. Ravens to the line now, 1st and 10. Hill now from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And the defense gets the stop to deny that first down, but still a very good gain. They picked up 12, 3rd and short. Jackson throwing here. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Jordan Battle with the INT. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleased, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Well, these drives quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sat down behind the line. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. Offense to the line for second down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Now a timeout called just as the play clock was down to 2. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Burrow setting to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives them a first down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Malachi Starks read that nicely. He makes the stop.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Burrow to the air now. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. And he gets this forward to the 19. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Burrow. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. Trying for it with Burrow. Going for Higgins, but it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Complete Derrick Henry. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Jackson looking to throw. Hits his running back. Short gain in the end to about the 36-yard line. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Now an inside give to Hill. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before the half. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away.